All right. Welcome, everybody, to a product spotlight and a special product spotlight it is. It is the eve of Thanksgiving, and we are giving back. Together, we can. Operation Triage mission is to provide emergency financial relief, mortgage-free homes, and home remodeling to disabled veterans, first responders, and active duty service members in an effort to get their lives back on track and become productive members of their community. Sharing gratitude with Operation Triage, working hard to build it better for our veterans, because only 1% of our population serves in our armed forces. Let's welcome them home, to a home that is healthy, safe, and comfortable. Today, join myself, Matt Belcher, and Daniel Vargas as we shine a Dave Cooper.Live's product spotlight on our veterans and how Operation Triage is extending their gratitude. But first, we always have to thank our sponsors, because without our sponsors, we cannot bring you the content that we bring you each and every week. So thank you to Forward Solutions Group for allowing us to deliver these examples of construction innovation. Forward Consulting Group is successfully driving companies to succeed where others have failed. Learn more about Forward's recent acquisition of Moducore, an ERP solution for offsite manufacturing. Contact Ben Hershey to learn more at ben@forwardsolutionsgroup.com. And also a special thank you to Howick. Howick Ltd. has a long history of innovation in cold form steel manufacturing and produces innovative precision roll forming technology for customers throughout the United States and the world. Check out their Machine Buyer's Guide for Offsite Modular Construction or Fast Build Construction with light steel for framing at their website, howickltd.com. All right, so without further ado, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to share. We're going to showcase a veteran's home. And to do that, we're going to bring on Mr. Matt Belcher and Daniel Vargas. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, sir, thanks for having us.
All right, well, hey, hoorah. And for those of you that served, thank you. So, I think this is pretty special. I think before we hop into this, why don't you guys tell us a little bit about Operation Triage and where this whole idea came from? This isn't just something you roll out of bed and start doing, or is it?
Dan, go.
Oh my gosh. So I met Matt. I was with another organization. Well, first I did 20 years in the Air Force, retired in 2007, and I've been in the nonprofit world since then, helping veterans and first responders with emergency financial aid, home remodel, home repair, anything that they need. We've been trying to, be a ground force where we can go in and help them. And if we don't have it, we can find somebody that can. And I had the honor and pleasure of meeting Matt, who ended up becoming family. And we decided to join forces and take the ball and run it. And as you can see, we're out here at a complete build for a veteran right now in San Antonio, Texas. And since 2016, we started off slow, little projects, doing some ramps, having wheelchairs, and we remodified them, donated to us, and given them out to other veterans. Then it's gone on to doing some remodels, some home repairs, and now we're doing a complete build, thanks to John Wayne Service Company here in San Antonio. So, Matt, did I miss anything? It just kind of snowballed. It's just snowballed, and it's grown organically. And it's amazing how you find great people that want to give back.
Yeah. And Dave, first of all, thank you for your service too. You're a veteran also, so I'm honored to be in the presence of both of y'all. Like Dan said, we really kind of we were both involved with another nonprofit, and we just like I said, we kind of our families have almost merged now, and through this effort, and it certainly is a work of passion for us. And we started out slow, and we've success breeds success. None of us take any money out of this. This is all for just out of love for veterans and first responders and their families. And so as we move along, we have opportunities just like this with you, Dave, and working in the industry. Yeah. As you know, you've been in it. It's one of the most giving industries there are. So it's kind of easy to get success when you operate in the industry we do. So is that Jesse walking up behind you there?
Yeah.
He's shy, isn't he?
Yeah, that was Jesse. I told him we were shooting live, and he kind of got shied away.
He ran. Well, listen, gentlemen, before we get into, the details about the project behind us, I want everybody to know that, this organization is 100% to the veterans, right? So if you donate, 100% of the proceeds go to the veterans or first responders or whoever they're helping, the families of the first responders. There is no salary takes in this environment. So that's one of the things that's really, really important for people to understand. Because when you donate, you're given to the people that need it the most. And as we get into Jesse's story, and you hear a little bit about his story at Vietnam, and we'll show some of those pictures. This is somebody that's really deserving of this. I mean, he's been shot, he's got shrapnel, a couple Purple Hearts. And being in combat is something that's super hard to get over. It doesn't matter how long it's been. It stays very vivid in one's memory. For a long, long time. So I think being able to help soldiers who as the logo said, provides the blanket of freedom that we sleep under every night is an honorable thing to do.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And as you keyed off, only 1% of our population serves, and there's the VA and other programs out there not totally getting the job done. But by golly, the rest of us can certainly step up a little bit is all it takes. And it certainly goes a long way. Great people like John Wayne, just like Howick and your sponsors to get this program on, companies like John Wayne and all the others that help us, here in St. Louis, we've got, in Missouri, we've got several equipment and material and labor donors. So, we just kind of are the ringleaders of the whole circus is what we do.
Well, and I think that's somebody has to be the ringleader, right? Somebody has to bring people together, just like we're trying to do in our industry, and get that collaboration going. And as you mentioned, John Wayne, that's his trucks behind. About 2.5, 3 weeks ago, there was just a concrete slab there. There was nothing else. And John Wayne, I remember the story you guys telling me, his contracting service, because I believe he was an MEP contractor is why you went to him originally. And he stepped up, or she stepped up, or the team stepped up, I should say. And they said, you know what, we're going to do the entire project, and we're going to try and get them in before the holidays. And that's amazing. I mean, look what's there already.
They're doing everything. They've been out here. It's like a bunch of ants. Some of the trucks have left already, but they're out here doing the HVAC. They're doing the electrical. They're doing the water. They got a construction crew out here doing the siding.
Yeah.
The city of San Antonio's gotten on board and helped us out with permitting, fast-tracked our permitting. I can't say enough about this. It's a 21st century barn raising. It's neighbor helping neighbor.
Yeah.
And the amazing thing is that these were veterans that came back and were told, hey, throw away your uniform, don't tell anybody you served, and hide.
Right.
You're not appreciated. And so we're trying to right some wrongs, and these are the veterans now that, at Jesse's age, he's 76, that all those ailments and things that they suffered in Vietnam are really affecting them now. And this is when they need adaptable homes. This is when they need this kind of help. One of the biggest things that you got to realize is 20 veterans a day commit suicide, and 65% of those are veterans over the age of 50 because their injuries become too much for them. They feel like they're a burden to their family. So we're trying to curb that in our own small way.
Well, isn't that the way though that you find with a lot of the first responders and veterans out there? They're used to giving and used to helping, not used to taking the giving and taking the help. And I think that's where a lot of them, they end up getting themselves in a little bit of trouble or in a pickle because they have too much pride to ask for that. And I think that's one of the problems.
Yeah, that we had that experience firsthand. We did a home in the St. Louis area a few years ago, and the first guy to call me to volunteer to help, I had never met him before, was Sergeant Randy Hargis, and he jumped in to help. And we didn't find out until after the build was over that he himself had a serious need with his home. And here's another guy that 2 Purple Hearts and so now we're helping him. We almost had to convince him that look, we're here for you too. And that's usually how it is. First responders too, they see things none of the rest of us ever want to see, and it sticks with you. And but they certainly don't want to ask for help, and you almost have to convince them we're not doing this. We're just giving you a hand up, not a hand out. We're just kind of taking some relief, off of you. It just when we were there, standing in the front yard of that old house right there behind Dan, and John Wayne's guys showed up, and we told them that this was going to happen. You can see, and whenever we do these things like that, you can see their shoulders literally just. It takes the weight right off of them. I mean, it just changes their life, and Dan, I'll let you explain it, but their whole demeanor changes after that.
Well, exactly like Matt said, we're not building just a home; we're rebuilding lives.
Yeah.
Every piece of lumber siding that's going to this home, you can see a change in Jesse's life, in Jesse himself. His whole life has changed. And to repeat what Matt said, every veteran that we've helped so far has come to us through somebody else. The veteran hasn't asked us for help. Somebody else saying, "Hey, I got this neighbor next door that needs help. I got a friend that knows a friend of a veteran that's a veteran that needs help. Can y'all look into it?" And that's how all of our processes started. It's never been the veteran themselves coming to us.
Absolutely.
And and that's, I mean, that's the way it happens in a lot of instances, right? It's a loved one who's suffering along with the veterans, because it's not always just the veteran who suffers. Family members, wives, spouses, first responders, wives, spouses, and a lot of times I would imagine those are the ones that reach out to you and say, listen, we need some help. Our marriage is falling apart. Our house is falling apart. Our lives are falling apart. The drinking, the drugs, there's a whole lot of that goes on. You guys have been doing this for a long time, and through the years and with different nonprofits have built several homes or done several projects. This project is just one of several that you have, and I know we'll jump into some of the other ones, but for anybody that's out there that knows a veteran in need, knows somebody that needs some help, this is what Operation Triage is all about. And I think the thing to remember is you don't have to have a Purple Heart to need help. There's a lot of traumatic experience that happens out there with firemen, ambulatory services, all of those things. And this is what it's all about. It's not just one and only. It's for everybody that puts their neck out there.
Yeah,
yes,
we
sir.
had a situation a few months ago. It was really there was a veteran in one of the Missouri veteran homes here, and his wife had passed away, and she was also a veteran, and they were Vietnam era veterans. She had passed away, and the visitation was in the evening, and the funeral was, they were going to bury her at Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery in the St. Louis area on Saturday morning. Well, there was no way to get him from the veterans home to the visitation and turn around the next day and go to his wife's funeral. He was wheelchair bound. The mobile services that do that sort of thing, they only really take them from the veteran home to the doctor and back, and then bill Meta, VA or whoever.
Right.
And so, the daughter found out about us through a mutual friend, and we just jumped in and started making phone calls, and a municipal fire department that has a charity arm helped arrange all of this stuff and just get this guy to his wife's funeral and back to the home, and then back, little stuff like that. But I'll tell you what, I mean, that guy had such severe angst over that whole thing, and the whole family did. And, she called up in tears, just thanking us. And, ma'am, thank you, for letting us be able to do something like this for him. So, it's amazing. And the phone, so the veterans home, we found out there's a need, there's a lacking thing there. So that gives us something else we can work on. And, with the Missouri Veterans Commission, Daniel's going to come in, and, we're going to meet with the lieutenant governor. We've met with him once, about some of Texas has a great veterans commission, and we want to, make those changes here. So it's as simple as just calling up, getting a meeting, and sitting down and say, you just open their eyes. We can make this a little bit better if we just do this. And so that doesn't cost anything.
No, it doesn't. You know, and listen, I see Michael Bruce out there commenting, and some others. We'll save some comments for a little bit, but let us know what your thoughts are on the vets and the help that they need. We'd love to hear what everybody else's opinion in our community is. And we're going to be doing this, probably on a biweekly basis and as needed. So if we have to jump in and help a veteran, it's going to become part of the Dave Cooper Live fold to give back and to showcase this. We are tied to the best industry in the world, and that is the construction industry. And we're totally looking forward to working with all of you out there. And as a lot of you in the supply world, as you're getting your budgets together for next year, we all know that in the corporate world, there's the charity and the give back, whether it's for the good reasons or not the good reasons or whatever they are. This is a way to support 100% what's happening. And then there's the other side of it. It's not about just donations. It's about getting involved. It's about, give your time if you don't have money, give your energy, give your resources, any of that stuff. And I think that's what's going to be great about this. And to top it off, and we'll leave it for the end, you guys have some really big music singers that are part of your group and support what you're doing. And I think that's really important to put out there because they are very careful on where they hang their hat because they know the media can burn them in 2 seconds. So I think all of that is awesome. Jerry McCaughey's tuned into the conversation. What's happening, Jerry? Hey, I'll give you guys a quick stat Jerry gave me real quick. Y'all know Jerry from Integra?
Oh, yeah.
Jerry, I think he said there are more Irishmen, because he's Irish, right? More Irishmen that are Medal of Honor winners than anybody else. I said, of course, because they're all crazy. They drink a couple pints of Guinness and just go for it. But no, that's amazing. It was a stat I didn't know that Jerry taught me this summer. So I love it when Jerry.
The song of the 7th Cavalry is Gary Owen, an Irish song, drinking song.
There you go. There you go. So appreciate you tuning in, Jerry. All right, let's get into this conversation and about Jesse and what we have going on there. Daniel, I know you're standing outside in that frigid, cold 70-degree Texas weather, so I really feel bad for you as I sit in Pittsburgh. But tell me a little bit more what we're looking at here, because that was just a slab. What do we have going up? 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom. Tell us a little bit about the house that you guys are building.
Jesse's original home was built in 1914. It was the family home since 1950. And basically the home had to be condemned. It was just beyond repair.
Well, let me show some of it while you're talking.
So we tore it all the way down. Came in and put a slab. The house is about 1,000 square feet. The one we're building right now is a little over 1,000 square feet, and it's a 2-bedroom for him and his daughter. He takes care of one of his daughters that has some needs, and we're giving him what he needs. We're not building an extreme makeover. We're not going over the top. We're putting the house back on basically in the same area that the original house was. 2-bedroom, energy efficient, insulated. Security. I mean, it's just going to meet all the needs that they have for him to live the rest of his life and to enjoy life. He shouldn't have been in the home he was in because it was causing him health issues. So this is going to be extremely clean. John Wayne Service Companies come in and put water softeners in. He's putting, oh my God, I mean, just everything state of the art, energy efficient and healthy for him and the family.
Wow, and I'm trying to find some more stuff to put up here so we can show. But when you look at the photos that we ware looking at, nobody should live like that, ever.
No,
nobody. Whether you serve, didn't serve, I mean, some of it can be self-inflicted, but nobody should serve, that served, especially somebody who's taken some bullets for the world, should live like that.
Well, and good example, and I'm running this into the issue with another veteran. This is the VA. There's such a lack of mental health providers within the VA that they've told veterans. I have a veteran that served in Vietnam as a Purple Heart recipient, got blown up, and they're saying, well, you haven't been rated for mental health, PTSD.
Right.
Number one, he served in Vietnam and has a Purple Heart. The VA should automatically have sent him to get assessed for mental health. Period. And they never did. And so they've been dorking around his disability. So with this other veteran, we're getting ready to give him a home, but also we're working with the VA and the Texas Veterans Commission to fix his disability ratings. Because right now, him and his wife, he just had a stroke. Him and his wife are living off their Social Security and barely
Right.
making ends meet.
Wow. And who are we looking at here? Oh, there's Matt
This is
Belcher and
Jesse.
Daniel. Who do we got?
There's Jesse and his daughter, and that's John Wayne, Don Rackler and his 2 sons. Amazing family, amazing company. None of them ever served in the military, but they were raised, and Don tells a story that his dad taught him that this country does not function without its military, without the peace and the blanket of freedom that they provide them. And so Don took it to his heart and taught his sons that, and they're a company of giving. I met them. We did a project with them last year. They do a thing called Christmas Comfort, and we had a Vietnam veteran. He served, and his wife served in the Air Force,
Okay.
and he's dealing with cancer. And they went in and did everything brand new in their mobile home, complete mechanical overhaul, to provide him the comfort he needed while he's dealing with cancer.
Wow.
Yeah, they're an amazing company. They are so employee centric. They feature an employee, MVP of the week. You don't even know who the Raglers are. I've known about the company for a long time. With the projects they've done with us, I didn't even know meet the Raglers until that day that picture was taken when we surprised Jesse but that's how they are. They just push their employees out there. Now, after meeting Mr. Ragler, and he said they're going to have this done by Christmas, even though we had some delays, with historical stuff and all that. I still believe if anybody can do it, it's going to be him. He's. There's a reason they call him John Wayne.
Listen.
By golly, look at it.
Well, we don't hit Christmas. It's going to be very close to it.
Yeah. Look! That it was a concrete slab just getting poured 2 weeks ago when we spoke. I don't. Maybe it was 3 weeks ago. And I have to tell you, I mean, look how much is done already. And this is site built. This isn't even an off-site project. This is site built, right? Not panelized or any of that. And I know you both are huge believers in the off-site and panelization world.
Amen.
So let's showcase back in the day. I mean, this is him in Vietnam, man. Check out all the bullets. I mean, it looks Rambo-ish, but I mean, it's life and death every day, man.
He was a recon Marine.
And Jesse was with the Marine, as Matt was saying, with the recon team. He's a Navy corpsman, so he's providing all the first aid to those Marines, but also in the fight. Got shot, healed, went back, and then got blown up again, and healed from that, and went back and finished the service before he came home.
Right. Wow. Look how tired he looks, huh?
Yeah. He was there 4 years, Dan?
Yeah.
4 years.
4 years.
All right, so you put the coin in?
Yeah, well, Jesse did that. That's the family's initials. And in the slab, we gave Jesse a Bible and a flag to put within the slab, and he put it right in the threshold of the home.
Yeah.
So anybody that walks into that house is greeted with blessings and patriotism, right, as soon as they walk into that house.
I love it. Look at him. And that's really what it's all about. Whether you believe in higher powers or anything else, all of it to me is it just shows that there's something good happening. It's a good feeling. It's a good gesture. My grandfather always taught me before I joined the military that you'll never find an atheist in a foxhole.
Amen.
They do not exist, and you know that, Daniel, right? So
amen.
You can.
I'm telling you, right? I believe every American should do one deployment, and it'll change their whole mindset.
Yeah, for sure. But look at this guy's smile. That's contagious.
Yeah. Yes. He is.
He's gone through a lot, rough road to get to where he's at, and once again, it wasn't Jesse that approached us. It was a friend of a friend. How I met him, and we got the ball rolling and helping him, and here we are. And the biggest thing I got to tell everybody is we need donors. We need donors. Contact us. We find a way for you to get involved and help. You could do a small bake sale, and that money goes like you were saying. We have no paid employees. There's five main volunteers. It's me, my wife, Matt, his wife, and his daughter. They're doing this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And then we have other volunteers, and then companies that step up aboard that are doing a project a year for us. And John Wayne's. This is our second big project that they've done.
Well, here's I think everybody needs to. There's several ways to help. I'm going to put up this. Here's a target registry for this house. right? I mean, you guys are setting this up to a way where you don't even have to give money. If you don't want to give money, you could support by just giving them some new towels, some new sheets, some new silverware. And look at all the people that have already done it.
Yeah. And you can buy gift cards. If you want to give them a gift card,
Yeah.
they'll go directly to them.
Sure.
You can go online, make an online donation. If you want to donate products to a project, we can talk about that and get that donated. There's so many different ways you can help.
There definitely is. But I think for this house, Christmas is coming up. This is a great way to finish off this project. So you guys can then move on to the next person that needs all the help out there. So I highly recommend to anybody out there, and I'm going to put it also in the banners, the links to all of this, so people can go in fact, let me put a comment up right now with a post to it for this one. And then Jennifer, if you could add one to the LinkedIn, because this doesn't go to the LinkedIn, I think that would be amazing. All right, so this is one. Go ahead.
But I'm sorry, and we're on all over social media. I mean, it's done in house, by us. So be patient with this. It's not the greatest, but we're doing it. And we have a LinkedIn page with Operation Triage. We have Facebook, Instagram, and also Twitter. So you can keep up with us and all the projects. If you buy on Amazon, pick us to go go on Amazon Smiles and pick us as your charity of choice. That money comes to us. Every little dollar. I mean, when you give us $1, that dollar is going straight to us. There's no salaries. There's this is straight about these families.
Yeah, and I think that's what's important. So here you go, everybody. We'll share all of this. Again, we're going to do this as a regular update. We're going to start following some of these projects. This is one of the bigger projects where, they ripped down a house and they're building one. You guys just had another project that was super successful where you were able to replace somebody's trailer that wasn't able to be remodeled. It was a trailer home, right? A single wide or a double wide, I think.
Well, we're actually surprising the family next Tuesday for Christmas.
Well, you had a company that stepped up and donated. Yeah, they watching. Shh.
Yeah.
I see Matt's like, shh, don't say nothing. They have no idea they're about to get a brand new home.
None.
How cool is that?
We just met this family 30 days ago. That's how fast we moved.
And that's on. What'd you say? It's next Thursday.
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Yeah. Oh man,
Tuesday.
We might have to live stream that. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Next Tuesday we're surprising. We just, in fact, it's funny how God works. I went to a town hall meeting with John Wayne and their contractors and so forth, and one of the builders that's involved with this build called me up after we left and said, "Hey, I have a neighbor that's a Vietnam veteran, and his mobile home needs to be basically condemned. I mean, it's terrible. Every time it rains, it pours inside the house. And I just want to use your nonprofit status to order products and get for we can get a tax exempt." And I was like, well, let's go meet this family. So we went out there, and I told Matt, when I left there, I was almost in tears. I called Matt up and said, we got to prioritize this and make this an emergency, reaction. And within 30 days, we got them a home. We're presenting them a brand new 2021 mobile home to replace the one they're in now.
Put the triage in Operation Triage.
Well, that's what it stands for, right? It's triage.
Yep.
It's not one size fits all. It's how can we help as many people as we can help that need to help.
Who needs it worse, and what can how do we get it done? That's the biggest thing. And as you were saying, we've got another project, and right now with the way material prices and availability and everything is, it's hard for our friends and other people in the industry. It's hard for them to donate materials. And so, we raise cash, and that's what we're doing projects with now. We're, they're giving it to us at cost, and we're tax exempt and a 501c3, that sort of thing. So, but we still have to cover their costs because it's usually material out of inventory.
Right.
And so that's where those fundraisers are huge right now to keep this thing going. That's how we've got projects parked waiting to do.
Well, like Matt said, we get emergency requests, financial aid requests. But Matt got a call from an individual and then put me in touch with them. Their father passed away, a Vietnam veteran. They couldn't afford the funeral. So we called the funeral home on behalf of the family, said, hey, you pay half, we'll pay half. Give us a deal. And the funeral home stepped up, and so we were able to pay the funeral costs. That's a big misconception that everybody thinks that, when a veteran passes away, the VA and the DOD or the government pays for the funeral. No, they pay for the headstone.
Right.
They don't cover the funeral costs. Yeah, you get a flag and a headstone.
Yeah.
So we were able to step up and help that. So it's things like that we can do right away. We can help and change a family's life by helping them with that kind of stuff.
Sure. Well, here's the other side of this too. And, when we were starting to talk about this, I think, Matt, you were telling me, there's some veterans that you have to have hard conversations with.
No doubt.
Like you gotta set it straight that X isn't happening until, Y and Z take place.
Well, that's the fact. And in certain cases, we help facilitate getting Y and Z taken care of. With Dan's contacts, with the VA and some of the other groups that we know, even first responders and so on. If there's opportunities to help, we don't just push them away and say come back to us when you're better, because that's not going to happen. That's how they got to where they're at now, because everybody did that, held them at arm's length. But we just let's work on this first, and then we can make that happen. And that's where they need the help, because we could just go in and build a house or fix something up or whatever, and it's not going to improve them. It may improve their situation a little bit, but there may be a short-lived benefit, and we're more holistic than that.
Right. Well, I think that's it. Go ahead. Sorry, Daniel.
No, I'm sorry. Like Matt was saying, is our biggest motto is help us help you.
Yeah.
I can't do it for you. I can't go and get the certain help for you. We can help you, and we can get you where you need to be down the road to recovery. But you got to help us help you. If you're not willing to do the work, then we're just not the organization for you right now.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's say hi to a couple folks here in the audience and just see what's going on. We got a couple comments coming in. Jennifer's busy out there as well. So Michael Bruce says, I think most vets are looking for a mission. This is the perfect answer for them, which I agree with them.
Well said.
Well said. Right? And Jerry McCaughey is validating the Fighting 69th. Right? He got the stake in the ground. It's true. The Irish. That's right.
You gotta love those Irish. They say wherever you find four, you'll find a fifth.
I think he's looking for a happy hour with us.
That's it. Well, come on, Jerry. Let's go. Jerry would definitely do a happy hour with us.
He's the chairman of our happy hour committee.
There you go. You've just been nominated, Jerry. You're now the chairman of the happy hour committee, so you're in. Tiffany McCall, the work you do and support you provide is above and beyond. Thank you all to all involved in these great projects. Thankful for these projects. Yeah, couldn't agree.
Thanks, Tiffany. She's the immediate past president of the Building Systems Council for NHB too. She's awesome.
Yep, she is awesome, and a builder, and has been in this industry for a long time. So, and with warranty work. So yeah, I think Tiffany's probably one of the most well-rounded builders out there, just because she knows both sides of it. She knows the warranty side, she knows the build side, she knows the customer and the consumer side, the sales side. Tiffany, I guess I found my new role model. There we go, Tiffany.
That's right.
Good. All right, we got Andrew Seeley joining us. Hey, Andrew. Andrew's in San Antonio, fellas. You guys should connect.
Oh yeah.
So Andrew is G-Pod. He's right up the road. He has 6 or 7 projects, on his property. He has a fairly large property, and he's building completely off grid. None of his houses on his property are on the city water, city sewer, or utilities.
Awesome.
Oh, that's amazing.
Awesome.
And he's in, Matt, you'll like this. He's in the process of building prototypes that can be built stick, modular, or panelized. It's a kit of parts that's absolutely amazing. And it's all super energy efficient, passive house style.
Way to go, Andrew. Next time I'm down there, we'll look you up. We'll come visit.
And there you go, Andrew. You need a good trade. There, John Wayne's right there. You should check out John Wayne and see if they want to help you out in your projects. Because Andrew also, just so you guys know, he's big into racing, motorcycles.
Wow.
And they also have a nonprofit fundraiser for veterans every year. So there might be some collaboration that could happen there. They do it through the motorcycle clubs and the bikers.
Yeah, love to meet with them.
All right. So, yeah, I tell you what, I sometimes
geek out over his project.
Yeah, definitely. There you go. So put it in the comments. You guys connect. So Jerry McCaughey, these are the people that make me so proud to be an American citizen. Yeah.
Bless you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're just blessed to be able to do this. That's all. It's all the relationship. That's how this industry is. It's all relationship driven, and
you're right.
The greatest people are involved with it. And you look at a lot of people in this industry, and they're all on a board of a nonprofit somewhere or involved. Right. I mean, they're just it's amazing how much good comes out of this industry.
Yeah, for sure. It is. And so Jennifer put, will Operation Triage attend? Yes, we were talking about that a little bit earlier. They will be at the International Builders Show 2022 in the Building Systems Council Lounge, nonetheless.
Yeah, come see us.
Nonetheless, and if you're not there, you'll be able to find them on the Dave Cooper Live Show in that lounge. For sure. Well, listen, guys, we're live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. I don't know if I can add any more, but I should maybe, but I don't think I can keep up with it. That's a whole lot just to say that. But so here's what we're going to be doing, everybody. We're gonna come back in another week, 2 weeks. We're going to follow the progress of this and what's going on with Jesse's house. We're going to follow the progress of some of the other veterans that Operation Triage is working on. We're going to try and do as much as we can on the Dave Cooper Live Show here to get the word out and to build the awareness. And some of our shows may just be where, you guys are hopping on, for the first 10 minutes. Hey, give us a quick update. Where are we at? Because, following the personal stories to this is what's so powerful to me. And, hopefully we can get Jesse not to run from the camera one of these days.
We can definitely work that. I'll talk to him.
We'll bring them on because I think, people really should know who the true heroes are out there, right?
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Can't judge a book by its cover. That's for sure.
Totally agree.
Yeah, love it. All right, so what else do you guys have coming up right now? What else do you need? What are we looking for at the moment? Do you have a project that needs attention at the moment?
We got, in Missouri, we've got a project we're doing for a double Purple Heart recipient. We're trying to finish up his lower level, the municipal stormwater pumps in the town. He lives 2 doors out of the municipality. Their stormwater pumps failed during a storm, go figure, flooded the basements on his street, including his, and the municipality has not stepped up to make it right. So we stepped in, and that's the same veteran that volunteered on the other house we were doing without even bringing that up. So we're about halfway done with that project. We need, we're at the drywall stage. We just, need to get that over the finish line. Hopefully we can feature him, maybe even get him on. He was a sapper, so he swept for IEDs. He got blown up in Iraq and then blown up again in Afghanistan. And, great guy. He's, got some effects of that, but just a really good guy. He's going to help us out on our place, bring veterans out to hunt and fish out. He's going to guide them because that's what he does. And so it's a good opportunity. And then we've got a project.
Well, I think one of the ones we really could use help on is up in Fort Hood, Texas. We got a veteran that went in for a surgery and basically went into a coma because they botched his surgery and now needs a complete bathroom remodel and bedroom remodel. And we're trying to find a builder or a remodeler and materials for that project for we can get that one going. It's been kind of rough trying to find somebody up in that area to get involved. But if anybody knows anybody in the Fort Hood area, we definitely need help up there.
Is it Killeen or Fort Hood?
Yes, sir. Killeen.
Yeah, Killeen.
Well, Killeen, Fort Hood. Fort Hood's basically Killeen. Have you ever been there?
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Well, listen, we'll keep putting it out there as you guys send it our way on where we need help and mention it on the shows, and hopefully we get some attention drawn to it.
Yeah, and everybody can go to our website, operationtriage.org. Stay in touch with us. Stay in touch with us on social media through Dave's show. We'd love to get more people involved in the awareness out there. There's no salaries. Everything goes straight to these programs. Everything goes straight to help these families. So anything you give, we is totally appreciated.
That's right. 100% of it's donated. So, all right. Well, listen, everybody. I think this was an awesome first beginning to start showcasing what Operation Triage is doing. It's growing rapidly. You guys, if you want to name drop some of your supporters, feel free, or we can save it for the next show. It's completely up to you guys.
Well, we actually got some great support with Big and Rich, Kid Rock, Ted Nugent, Kix Brooks. We have some new up-and-comers that we'll be announcing later on. We got some projects coming up, maybe a big project in Wyoming. We're just waiting to hash out some details, and we'll release that to you, hopefully on your show. And we can all go to Wyoming and be part of that.
So and we'll need help.
We always tell everybody, like Matt likes to say, we're the small organization that can.
Yeah.
So come be part of it.
A little engine that could.
That's it. A little nonprofit.
Yes, sir.
That's right. It's funny. I was telling my brother who's a Marine as well, and he said, Kid Rock. I said, yeah. He goes, well, if you meet him, I want to come. He goes, my lifelong passion is I want to do a shot with Kid Rock and sing karaoke. I said, okay, I'll see if he's available.
I'll tell you, they are wonderful people. They are very philanthropic. And tell a story on Dan, who knows all these guys. Kid Rock's sister calls him up one day. She was on that Target site, and they were buying stuff for Jesse and wanted to know where to send it. So, it's just how, they're very supportive. Maybe we can get them on one of these programs at some point too.
And they don't ask to be in the limelight about it or brag about it. They just do.
Yes,
they just do. I mean, Big Kenny and Big Rich just raised money for the trailer that we're trying to get the mobile home on his own. I sent him an email and he went and did it.
Yep,
that's amazing. Well, that's amazing, but both of you, Matt, I mean, you've worked with some big stars out there on their projects and their homes and things through the years. And, I think, taking care of those types of people, and they build a lot of trust with you. And I think they like to give back when they really believe in what's going on and the causes. So that's a big sentiment to both of you, that you have the trust of those types, because the limelight's a very important place for them, and it could be a rough place too.
And, everybody's always asking them for stuff, and it's good to help them out when they just need something.
Yep.
And because they are, like I said, they're very philanthropic. They give a lot, and it's good to give them back something once in a while. It's
Amen.
It's that relationship again, is what it is.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, listen, gentlemen, we are out of time for today. But listen, thank you guys both so much for taking time out of your busy day and joining us and talking about Operation Triage and everything that we have going on. All the links to support Operation Triage will be in the show notes, and we're going to have updates, hopefully, if not weekly, bi-weekly, on all of these projects. And we're going to be starting to send out alerts as well. Anything that goes 100% to the first responders and veterans is a good place to put your time and your money and your effort. And as always, I want to thank Howick and Forward Solutions Group. Without our sponsors, we can't bring you content like this. We can't introduce you to Dan and Matt and Operation Triage. So the sponsorships are so appreciated, and we got to build it better. We got to be better. We got to treat our people better. We have the best organization, or I should say, industry in the world. And I know Daniel and Matt both believe that. So I appreciate both you guys.
Yep.
Again, thank you for everybody, and happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Dave and Jen, thank you for everything.
Thanks both of you. So, all right, everybody, that is a wrap for today. We will not be live tomorrow. We'll be fat and happy eating some turkey somewhere at my brother's house, I'm sure of it. And I might be into a glass of brandy or several. Who knows? Hopefully we'll just have a good time and relax. But we will see you on Friday with Mark Bare Naked Willie. So be sure to tune in. It's always a fun show when you have Mark on. And you too, happy Thanksgiving. Don't go anywhere. I'll come back to you right after the outro. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
God bless everybody.